Hey, I'm Shannon Aikau back again. Friday night shenanigans with Murray here as my humble assistant. We were in the process of taking up this Fender, taking it off.
And we failed.
We didn't fail.
It just was built differently.
Well, there's just a little piece that's making it very hard to come out.
But when you're taking your bike apart, you don't know
Right.
if it's still going to be a smooth run or you're going to have to take different parts out in a different process. So
It's not as smooth as I thought it would have been. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the wheel off later, but since we have to take apart the primary side of this bike to get some other things, because we're taking this bike down complete. So we're going to fast forward and get this fender out. And the quickest way I know how is to take this primary off, take the starter jack shaft off, pull the starter off, and away goes this fender. Is the exhaust in the way on that side? Nah, we can get to it. Alright, let's do it. Hand me that tool. Yep.
So what are the things to look out for when doing this bit?
Well, kind of don't want to strip any of the bolts. Let's make sure the tool's in good when you're using power tools. It's a lot easier. It's also a lot easier to strip things. So.
And if you ruin that part, that whole thing is done.
Yeah, then you end up having to.
It's expensive.
Well, time-wise. Time-wise.
So how many bikes have you stripped down?
Should be how many bikes I've actually built. This might be an odd number to you, but 323.
And you count them?
You gotta count. You have to count. You have to count. I might not have every picture of them. In my head I do. But you have to count. You know? I mean, not as a bragging. You're not bragging, I've built this many bikes. But just to know, I mean, you've built a lot of bikes. You've built a lot of bikes. So, and each time you build one, you get better and better.
Learn something new.
Yep. And you know what? I would never tell somebody that I know everything about motorcycles. I don't. The natives are definitely restless down the street.
Screaming and shouting.
Alright.
Friday night in Vegas.
Those are my peoples down there too. The Hawaiians are going at it again. In a good way. They're just having fun.
So what should we look out for when we take this casing apart? What should you say that's a problem? Or that looks in good condition?
Well,
what do you look at?
You know, this is not factory, this belt drive on here and whatnot.
Right.
You know, you're just looking at things, making sure bolts are not backing out, getting into the clutch, the back pulleys and the front, and you're just making notes, mental notes of things that are loose, things that have to be changed.
How would you know this belt was worn? What would you look for? You went like that?
Well, when they'll be a little loose, and then as the motor gets hot and whatnot, things expand.
Yeah.
So it'll tighten up. But you're looking for like big cuts in it. If the teeth are like if some of the teeth are coming off or cracked or whatnot, then yeah, you want to replace it. And it might not be a bad idea to replace this belt anyway, since you're in there.
Yeah.
So if you've got the money, I'd say replace it. Or if you're going on a long road trip, if things are questionable, replace it. Just replace it.
But tonight we're just taking it apart.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just taking it apart. So we want to pop that out. Get your standard screwdriver in. You know what? I'm gonna get a hammer for that. Dang, that tab is solid. Alright, let's see, 7/16. Let's get that on there. So we're taking off the starter jack shaft outer assembly. And you need to take that off so you can remove the starter from the backside.
Right. So
let's change this back over to the Allen, 1/4" Allen. Maybe get an extension.
And we're moving around to the other side of the butt.
Yep. Ground wire. I like to put my ground wires to the top ear of the starter, then to the battery, which ensures a good chassis ground. There's your starter right there. So that's out. Well, one thing I noticed is the starter jack shaft assembly is missing the little spring plate that goes inside there. It kind of holds the collar on, or actually doesn't let the collar slip off.
So does that need to be replaced?
Engaging. It's never been on there.
Oh.
You can see the grooves inside here.
Yep.
The teeth, and it's nowhere to be found. So yeah, we're gonna probably have to put one in there so it doesn't rattle around when you're trying to start things. So,
okay. So now we can take that off.
Well, we got closer, but it still ain't coming off. There you go. See, the fender still won't come off because now we got closer, and if you can see right here, this needs to be short, not long. So we are going to modify this when I put it back. So as you can see, things don't always work the way they're supposed to. So Fender's still on the bike. And you might ask, hey, why don't you just take the damn tire off? We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to a lot of stuff. So
see you in the next video.
Maybe we should take the tire off.
Let's do it. Okay. See you in the next video.